All right, so we got UFC 319. This is a big card. Dricus and Khamzat. Now, a lot of people are saying same thing. Khamzat round 1 finish. I don't think that's going to happen. Dricus not going to let that happen. It's a 5-round fight. It might be tough in the beginning, but he will survive the storm. Kamaru was able to survive it. Gilbert was able to survive it.
But Robert wasn't able to survive, though.
Well, he had that strange injury. So that was
it don't matter. It don't matter. That's a win for Khamzat, man.
I know, but I'm saying, if for some reason he got that, that's a rare injury. Do you know the story behind it?
Yeah, I know the story. He
apparently
was injured.
Yeah, apparently that was something that was already going on. So I think, honestly, if that don't happen, I think he honestly might have gotten past it.
No, he was going to lose. Like, if they fought years ago, Robert wins. But if you look at Khamzat now and Robert now, Khamzat probably was going to win eventually.
I ain't say Khamzat wasn't going to win. I'm just saying I think Robert would have got out of that sticky situation.
But just look how easily he took him down. Normally, Robert is able to stuff the takedown.
But he took down Kamaru low-key kind of easy, too. And then Kamaru was able to use his experience.
But we can't compare Kamaru to... I think Kamaru more well-rounded than Robert Whittaker. Because I say that about Robert Whittaker a lot, man. Like, I always thought Robert was overrated. I know this video not about Robert, man, but, like, we have to look at it because a lot of people, they don't really...
That's a common opponent that they get.
Yeah, and Khamzat don't really get the credit he deserved against Robert. Because Robert, he never beat nobody to become champion. He kind of really just became champion like that.
And now he is the punching bag for other people to go on and get a title fight. So now Dricus was able to put Robert down impressively as well. So
but Dricus probably was more impressive because it happened over the course of a couple rounds.
Yeah, it was like 2 rounds or so. So we got to see more from Dricus. And don't get me wrong, the Khamzat one was super impressive. I mean, he keep having these first round finishes. But the thing is, what happens when an opponent can take you past the first round? We've seen him after round 1. There's not a lot there. You could argue he lost to Gilbert. You could argue he lost to Kamaru. You can make the argument that he's supposed to be 12-2 right now, or at least 13-1. But they keep protecting him, and I think that this is where it runs out. He's dangerous in that first round, don't get me wrong, but this is a 5-round fight. Dricus is not going to go out there and get finished in the first round. And I was watching the highlight video of the Kamaru fight the other day, and Kamaru was stuffing takedowns in the second round. He just wasn't doing nothing with it, but Khamzat was going for them takedowns, and he didn't have no energy, no steam.
But apparently, he had broke his hand, I think, against Usman too. I don't know.
No, I think Usman was injured too.
Yeah.
Because he took a fight on 2 weeks' notice and went up a weight class, so he was at a disadvantage.
The only thing is, what about when Robert took down Dricus, though? And it's funny, like, because if Robert can take you down, if Khamzat take you down, the fight probably over with.
Well, it wasn't over against Gilbert, and it wasn't over against Kamaru. And Kamaru came up a weight class.
But you keep bringing up those fights, but we can bring up fights to where Dricus didn't look too good, too.
Dude, Dricus never really looked that good until he wins. That's the whole point.
I mean, it's a good thing, but also a bad thing.
But lately, though, that has not been the case.
Yeah.
Like, before he got that nose surgery, he would get tired, and then, you know.
Yeah.
But now,
I think the person who wins this fight it's going to be whoever got the better striking. Whoever got the better striking out of the two is going to win because no fighter is going to take the other fighter down and submit them. I can see somebody getting hurt and dropped and then getting choked out. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to come down to who got the better hands.
I think Dricus, as crazy as it sounds, I think that his striking is going to work because it does work. It's unconventional. It's not traditional. But I think that he's been here before. He's been in this spot. He was able to stand up with Izzy for 4 rounds? And go toe-to-toe with Izzy.
It was times when he got dropped, he got hurt against Izzy, man. And I understand it's Izzy, man, but the problem I have is people act like Dricus is just this unstoppable force. And, like, he has a lot of bad performances, man, to where he won. I hate to say it, but Derek Brunson was kind of winning.
No, he was. Trevin Giles was winning. A lot of Darren Till was winning.
But I'm saying against Khamzat, man, you make a mistake on the ground, the fight could be over with.
Dude, Khamzat got dropped by Gilbert Burns, a lightweight. What you think gonna happen when Dricus?
But Gilbert can drop anybody. That was the last good performance we saw from Gilbert, man. I don't know. That's why he fought so hard, because that was his last one. But he ain't been the same since.
But Khamzat don't look too good after the first round. From rounds 2 through 5, bro. If Dricus survived round 1, he's winning.
But what if Khamzat come with a different game plan, though? What if his game plan is...
He can't have a different game plan because at the end of the day, he's going to naturally fight the way that he's been fighting.
Not necessarily.
Every single fight, he does the same thing. He fake touch gloves, or he throw a high kick and go for a takedown immediately. He does the same thing every single fight.
Yeah, but we don't know that because this is also a 5-round fight, too.
He's not going to be able to help himself, man, because he got to this point for a reason, doing things a certain type of way. You don't just change your style.
I don't know if I agree with that, man. We don't know what Khamzat going to do because we seen fighters do this before, and they get in their first 5-round fight, and we think, oh, this person going to go balls to wall.
None of them look that bad after a dominant first round like Khamzat. But the drop off of Khamzat in round 1 and rounds 2 and 3 is so significant. We've never seen.
But that's what I'm saying, though. He might fight this fight with a slower pace.
He's not gonna be able to control himself. He don't have control. Like
he might don't have a choice. You fighting Dricus, man. That's what everybody is expecting Khamzat to go out there and go for a takedown real fast.
You would be a fool not to expect it, and then he do it, and then you get choked out in round 1. So you have to expect it. You're supposed to.
No, not Dricus. Dricus is supposed to prepare for everything. I'm just saying, like, it'd be a shock to everybody if he did something that
Khamzat don't have that type of control, man. When he start fighting, he does the same thing every single time. He either fake touch gloves and go for a takedown, or he throw a high kick and go for a takedown immediately. Go watch every single fight. He starts off the same way, one of those two ways, and he not gonna be able to control himself. The reality is, this fight going past 1 round, and Khamzat don't have the cardio to go past. I mean, he can survive for 3 rounds, but again, I think he lost the Gilbert fight. I think he lost the Kamaru fight. Realistically, if you add 2 more rounds on both of those fights, he gets finished. In the 3rd round of both of those fights, he was running and he was looking up at the clock and waiting for the time to run out because he felt like maybe it was close enough for me to get the decision. And he was looking for a way out.
I don't know if he gets finished or not, man, because Gilbert was kind of tired that 3rd round too.
Dude, Dricus is going to submit him. Dricus is going to be the king of finishing.
But how come we don't bring up the fact that Dricus used to have terrible cardio too? It was times to where Dricus would be in the 3rd round gassed out.
But lately, though, that is not the case. But also, he had a messed up nose.
But I'm saying that shows you somebody can improve their cardio.
You know, his nose was messed up, man. That was the thing. Like, once he got that straightened out, his cardio been way better ever since. The thing is, also, Khamzat is used to fights going his way. And the moment fights don't go his way, you start to see that he's okay with trying to survive to the 3rd round. Like, honestly, Gilbert was putting them things on him in the rounds 2 and 3. Gilbert took off. In rounds 2 and 3, Kamaru took off. If you add 2 more rounds to those fights, Khamzat don't make it out.
But those are 2 tough guys, too, man.
And Dricus ain't up there.
No, I'm saying Usman did the same thing to Dricus. You get what I'm saying? Usman, you know, let's be real. It's not like he went 3 rounds with Jorge Masvidal and it was close. You know what I'm saying? It was one of the greatest champions of all time.
I know, but he also was coming up a weight class and took a fight on short notice. And Khamzat had a 10-8 first round. And he still, some kind of way, managed to almost lose. Arguably, could have lost that fight. Or it should have been a draw. I'll put it to you like that. It should have been a draw because the first round was 10-8 off of grappling. But the next 2 rounds was 10-9 Kamaru. And Gilbert put him on his knees. Like, he made him eat the canvas.
He embarrassed him, I know.
So imagine if Dricus was to do that, man. And then Dricus get better as the fight go on. You got a person here who is extremely dominant in round 1, and then they get progressively worse as the fight go on. Or I'm going to say just not as dominant. Then you got a person who they're going to start off good, and then they're going to get better as time goes on. And he going to look for the finish. Because realistically, the way he finished Izzy was like, he could have easily been like, oh, I'll win this little exchange and then go on to win the decision. He was like, nope, this fight over with.
Yeah, but also Izzy don't have the ground game too, so it's a little bit different. That's where this fight gets real interesting because Khamzat's ground game is way better than Izzy. So,
but once you get tired and things not going your way, I just think this fight gonna get into like that 3rd and 4th round where that cardio really gonna kick in like around that 3rd round.
Another thing is we can act like Khamzat ain't got power in his hands too, bro. And we can't act like Dricus don't be getting hurt. And look who Sean Strickland don't have knockout power. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's people who Dricus fought against who don't really have the power. We talk about Izzy all the time. Izzy don't really, even when Izzy hurt Dricus, he literally, I mean, I'm not saying that like he didn't try to knock him out, but anybody else that hurt Dricus, they would have poured it on him. That's what I'm saying. If Khamzat hurt Dricus like that, if Khamzat hurts him, he chokes him out. We can't act like Dricus is getting hurt in a lot of these fights.
Dude, we can't act like Khamzat don't be getting hurt.
Who hurt him?
Dude, Kamaru was putting hands on him. Kamaru actually did hurt him.
I said who hurt him?
Gilbert and Kamaru.
But we can't act like Dricus wasn't getting hurt in all his fights.
The
only fight Dricus didn't get hurt in was his last fight where he looked phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? But
if you go look at the actual caliber of competition that Dricus faced, he faced tougher competition.
No, not really. He started when he fought Derek Brunson. Like Robert was his first one.